So as we all know, I have spent a lot of money going to WWE shows, way too much money, but what is the most money I've ever spent on a WWE show? Well, it's this one. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, WrestleMania 33. WrestleMania 33 was a little bit of go, so we're going to be time traveling this video. We're going to be going back to when I was 17 years old. That's why I'm going to look funny in some of these clips, because I was a little funny looking 17-year-old. I was kind of chubby, and I had like this weird kind of beard thing that I thought looked cool at the time, which it definitely did not. But basically, yeah, that's why I look so different, because this was a whopping while ago, like 8 years ago. So yeah, we're going back to then and saying, yeah, WrestleMania 33, how much was the ticket? The ticket was way too much. So we can go back to my ticket unboxing video and kind of break down how much it cost. The total charge for this one ticket, I don't know if you can see it, $1,100. Camping World Stadium, Orlando, Sunday, April the 2nd, 2017. Row M, seat 25, F1. And the price for this ticket was right there, $1,068. Then that's not counting fees. With fees, it was, like I said, it was almost $1,200. So it was a whopping $1,144 for one ticket for me to sit alone, because no one else would pay up that kind of money. I had a lot of friends going to the shows. If you guys were watching the vlogs, there were a lot of friends in there. A lot of friends that I missed, and if you guys are watching, to say hi to me. But basically, yeah, none of them wanted to pay that amount of money, so I had to sit alone. So it's for one ticket for one person to sit on the floor. However, I did get one souvenir that I still have to this day, literally 8 years later. I got another chair. I got a WrestleMania chair. I'm about to unbox it and show it to you. Here we go. Oh, packing peanuts. Oh, wonderful. All over my floor. Wonderful. Oh, WrestleMania. WrestleMania 33 chair. Oh, it's so cold. Okay, I just put it in the row. Look at that. WrestleMania. Oh, so many chairs. But the only item I still have from WrestleMania here where I live now is this. This is the chair I actually got when I sat ringside at WrestleMania, row 13. This is WrestleMania. It was April the 2nd, 2017, Camping World Stadium, Orlando, Florida. They had like kind of like a theme park theme, because of course Orlando's like the capital of the United States in theme parks. Now as for the actual seat, of the chair, it has like all the wrestlers on it. Hopefully you guys can see this. It has like all the wrestlers on it of the time, with a roller coaster behind them, because it's kind of like a rip of a parody, I guess, of Universal Studios kind of thing. That's kind of what the stage of WrestleMania 33 was. And here where I live now, I actually live in Florida now, and it was just funny because WrestleMania 33 was in Orlando, Florida. So the site of this WrestleMania, where I flew all the way from Tennessee all the way down to Florida for this show, it's kind of funny because where I live now is only like 10 miles from where WrestleMania 33 actually took place. $1,144 is the most money I have ever spent on a wrestling show. I've come close quite a few times by paying like $800 a ticket this past show I went to. I've come close to it, but I don't think I'll probably ever beat that. But they're kind of making it to the point where it's like, well, you kind of have to beat it if you want to go to a show anymore, because if you don't know, like they've raised the prices since TKO's taken over, and now like WrestleMania floor, I believe, starts at $5,000, and then some very close seats were like $20,000 this past year, which is crazy. And of course, when I went, it was a one-night WrestleMania. It was not a two-night spectacular at that time. But as far as WrestleMania, what do I remember from the show? Well, it was a very cool show. We had a lot of cool matches. So I know WrestleMania was a while ago. So let me go down the kind of card to kind of refresh our memories on the card. So I guess the main event of this show was The Undertaker main event in the show, which is cool to see Undertaker wrestle at WrestleMania back then. But he was defeated. He lost again to Roman Reigns. So Roman Reigns defeated The Undertaker at this WrestleMania. Also, during this show, you had Brock Lesnar defeating Goldberg for the Universal Championship. Like, these matches are kind of crazy to go back and think about. We had Randy Orton, who defeated Bray Wyatt, and that was for the WWE Championship. I mean, he has all kinds of stuff. You had Seth Rollins defeated Triple H. It was literally Seth Rollins versus Triple H. Like, how cool is that? It was an unsanctioned match, and then Stephanie McMahon was involved in there somehow. Then you had, like, John Cena and Nikki Bella tag teaming together to take on The Miz and Maurice. Like, this was a crazy far out, kind of like feeling like a kind of a retro show. It's just like 8 years ago, how much things could change. That's how now it's gonna feel 8 years from now, which is just kind of hard to think about. But ultimately, was the ticket worth it? It was cool to sit floor for WrestleMania. My only time ever floor from WrestleMania. Ever since then, I haven't been able to sit floor because it's so expensive. Because I'm like, I'm doing this one time. It's $1,000. I'm doing it one time. It's in Orlando, Florida. I love Orlando, Florida. So much so that literally like 6 years in the future, I would actually move to Orlando, and that's where I live now. I go to college here in Orlando. And yeah, I live here in Orlando, I have a house here in Orlando, and it's like crazy how life changes. But yeah, it's kind of cool to talk about the show being like, well, where that show actually took place, it was actually 10 miles from where I'm actually standing at this exact moment I'm filming this video. It's 10 miles from where I live. It's 10 miles from my house. Was this WrestleMania that I flew across the country to come to when I was 17 years old? That is just so freaking cool. But let's talk about that experience, guys. Let's talk about the experience. So Camping World Stadium is Camping World Stadium. It's a giant football stadium. It holds a crap load of people. I don't know exactly how many. I would maybe say 70,000 freaking people in there screaming. It's loud. You got the crowd roaring around you. I'm floor, so I get to go almost all the way down to the very front. I got the whole like stadium of people behind me, and it's just freaking so cool. It's a cool feeling to be able to walk down there. However, something I want to say, if you're sitting far back on the floor, like I was sitting row 13, if you are not tall, you will not be able to see the ring. And I gotta say, at 17, I think I was still growing, so I wasn't like where I'm like 6'3" now, where I can for the most part see over everyone, because most people are not 6'3". Sometimes I'll get screwed over and there'll be someone taller than me in front of me. But most of the time, I'm taller than everyone. I can see over everyone just fine. But for this show, I don't know if I was quite 6'3" yet, but I remember I could see the stage very well and all the wrestlers doing their entrance on the stage. But I could not see the ring unless everyone sat down. When everyone sat down, I could see the ring completely fine. So ultimately it ended up working out, but I had a very limited kind of view during the entrances when they came off the stage and where all that. I really couldn't see the ring too well. I was kind of like, oh, my tippy toes trying to see. Like, I don't know if I was 6'3" like back then. I was probably like 5'10" or something. I was kind of struggling a little bit back then. But ultimately, like, the set was freaking amazing. You had like this Universal globe up there looking thing. It's kind of like a ripoff of the Universal theme parks here in Orlando. They had the roller coaster kind of theme going on. It was so cool. Like, the set was amazing. To be able to see it that up close to the ring was very, very cool. And looking back, I would say, yeah, it was only $1,000. Like, that's a great deal. It's just because in current day, we're looking at WrestleMania where tickets are like $20,000 for the same seat, or maybe $10,000 for the same seat. And you're like, I can't believe I got it for only $1,000. But at the time, I was like freaking out, being like, I can't believe I just spent $1,000 on this. I can't believe I just spent $1,000 on this. And after the show, you'll be like, oh, it's over. That's my $1,000. It's gone. What do I have for it? I have all my videos, my memories, and this chair. So that's what I got. And ultimately, I had a great time, and it was so worth it. And that wasn't the only thing, of course, I did during WrestleMania week. I went to WrestleMania Access. I met Randy Orton, Chris Jericho, on the premium VIP people, and I met a bunch of other wrestlers as well at that time. I was hanging out, having a good time, Superstore it up. It was just a full WrestleMania celebration. So do I regret any of that? Absolutely not. But we're talking the history of Brandon Hodge. We're talking the history of me going to wrestling shows, and the most expensive ticket I've ever bought, it's that one. Would I do it again? If I had the opportunity to sit the same seat for WrestleMania, yeah, I would probably pay up the $1,000, because WrestleMania is the biggest show of the year. WrestleMania is the Super Bowl, and considering like literally just a few months ago, I paid $800 just for a SmackDown. That just says everything. But of course, you'll pretty much never get that seat again for the same price. So I'm happy I was able to do it. But still, going down in history, that is my most expensive seat in the history of this YouTube channel, the history of me going to over 100 WWE shows. That's the #1 most expensive. Now, I don't know what to say that's the #1 most overpriced, but that's definitely the #1 most expensive ticket I ever bought to go to a WWE show. So there you guys have it. That's kind of my experience on my most expensive wrestling show ever. Let me know you guys' thoughts on this. Have you guys been to a wrestling show? Have you overpaid? I mean, I've overpaid. My most I overpaid was probably this last show I went to, like $800 for a SmackDown, but I was front row on camera side, so I can't really complain about that. I actually did a review video on that as well, if you guys didn't see, which is what this video is kind of piggybacking off of, being like, maybe I should do like reviews for different shows I've been to, since the last review you guys enjoyed so much. But if you didn't see my Ringsider, I paid $800 for SmackDown front row. Was it worth it? If you didn't see that video, I'll leave it on the end card. But thanks so much for watching. I'm Brandon Hodge, your king of vlog style, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Here we go.